if more people were to talk about certain stuff that they see, it will change.
A 15-year-old boy is shot in the neck. Tonight, neighbors are calling on witnesses to come forward. Good evening, I'm Jeff Vallon, and thank you for joining us. This is the third time a child has been shot in Jacksonville in a matter of just days. Today's shooting happening on Beaverbrook Place in the Woodstock area. First Coast News' Nick Perreault joins us live from the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office with the latest tonight. Nick?
Yes, Jeff, good evening. We can tell you that 15-year-old boy is home recovering at this hour. Very good news from his end, as you said, shot in the neck. Good to walk away from that this evening, but of course neighbors are still upset, saying it's time to speak up for change.
It seems like it's getting closer to home, but I think it's terrible anywhere. I think it's awful. It shouldn't be happening anywhere.
Neighbors in this community say the bullets are hitting too close to home.
I hear gunshots. I'm just used to hearing it, and it's just like, oh, well, I hope everything's okay. I hope it's just some shooting in the air and stuff, you know, so. I
spoke to a few neighbors that want to remain anonymous but still want to spread their message. People, not JSO, need to speak up after these past few days of shootings.
Honestly, I think if more people were to talk about certain stuff that they see, it will change. If that was my child, you know, I would want somebody to tell what they saw if they saw something, but people don't think about that until it happens to them.
When he came to the door, he was like, what was in the back of his leg? And I saw a bullet shot, and then I looked in the front, and then I saw it, and then blood was just coming out.
Fortunately, 10-year-old Dewan followed his dad's advice, paying attention and acting fast.
That's why I tell him, be careful out there in the streets. You got predators, you got everybody. You always watch your back. Don't never take your eyes off nobody.
Just another lesson for you?
That's another lesson.
The 15-year-old collapsed in their living room. Luckily, 10-year-old Dewan dialed 911 so an ambulance could rush in and pick the teen up.
Glad he did it. I'm very proud of him.
If you saw something, tell it.
These neighbors hope others will learn to talk to law enforcement more before things like this happen. But if they do, don't be afraid to speak up and act like 10-year-old Dewan.
And it's not necessarily being a snitch, it's just being human.
Back out here live, JSO does not have a person of interest or a suspect they're looking at. Make sure to stay with First Coast News for the very latest on this developing story. Reporting live tonight in Jacksonville, Nick Perreault, First Coast News, on your side.
All right, thanks for staying on top of that, Nick. And as Nick mentioned, this is the latest in a string of shootings in Jacksonville. Just 2 nights ago, 2 boys were hit by a drive-by shooter while tossing a football on a lot in Mixontown. The 11 and 13-year-old boys were each shot in the legs Thursday night. Now, yesterday, JSO released these photos of a car police believe was involved in the shooting. It is a black late model Toyota Camry. Police say those boys were not the intended targets of the shooting. They are expected to be okay. No suspects have been named in the case. If you can help find the shooter, call police.